Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Whatever I just did, do not do that. The shade Frozen Ices. Frozen Ice. Yeah. Not the name of the shade, but okay. And okay. Hello my beautiful babes, what is up? It's Brandi. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. This day has been absolutely amazing. I went for my walk, did 3 miles, I saw my family. Now I'm sitting here doing my makeup, but before I got ready to film, the best thing happened to me. Paige Corinne retweeted my tweet. In my last video or my upcoming video, I don't know what video is gonna come first, but I purchased the blinged brushes and I tagged Paige on Twitter and she saw it and retweeted me, and I was just so happy and ecstatic. I love her so much. Paige, again, if you're seeing this, who knows? Thank you so much. It really means the absolute world to me. But now for today's video, I am just so excited because not only did I get bling brushes, but I got a little something else that came in the mail that I have been dying to try. Now with coronavirus and everything, I've been very strategic when it comes to the palettes I have been purchasing. So with that being said, I got the mini Orgy palette and I am so excited to play with it today. I also purchased the Luminous the Luminous Magic Star Translucent Powder. I have it on my face today. It is definitely a little bit different than the original. Smells the same. You guys know my thought about that. I'm not too fond of the smell. But I really like the way it makes my skin look. It's more skin-like. It still brightens it up, but it makes it look more softer and very more airbrushed, if that makes sense. And of course, I have a lot of mirrors, but when I saw this, I just had to have it. Like this beautiful, soft, matte chocolate mirror was screaming my name. So that's what I got. Those were the only 3 things that I got from the Orgy collection from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I am just so excited to sit down and play with some makeup. So without any further ado, let's just get started. Here again is the package. It is so beautiful. I love this so much. I cannot... What is with me and trying to get new products out of their cartons, because I can't do it. It's not this difficult. I don't think anyone in the world has this much problems. Like, there we go. Okay. Like, I don't know what happens with me. I'm just, I don't know, but we're here. So anyway, this is the mini Orgy palette. It is so beautiful. I love it. And okay, this came out. Whatever. But anyway, this is the palette. It is absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Now, he did something a little bit different. Usually he mixes the shimmers and the mattes in the mini. However, this time he didn't. All of these are glitters and shimmers, and I am so excited to play with them, especially the middle one right here, which is called Frozen Fire. It has been calling my name since he's shown this palette, and I am just so excited to play with it. So let's get into the swatches. So here are all the 9 shades swatched. Going from top to bottom, we have Glass Wet, Champagne Drip, Gagging, Soaking Sun, Frozen Fire, Bathhouse, Explicit, Foam Party, and Eiffel Tower. All of these shades are absolutely beautiful, but I'm really excited about these 3. This middle row takes the cake, which is Soaking Sun, Frozen Fire, and Bathhouse. And it's these 3 shades right here. Absolutely beautiful and stunning, and I need these on my lids right now. So let's just get started. So I think I'm going to begin by dipping into my beautiful Conspiracy palette. I'm going to be grabbing, what is this? My bling brushes. It is the E13, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade My Pills, which is this beautiful light pink shade. And I'm just going to put that on my entire lid to basically just use it to set my eyelids. Then I think I'm going to dip into the shade Tanacon, applying that on the same E13 brush that we just used. I'm going to place this all over my crease. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth and just slowly build up that color. This is as dark as I can get the shade Tanacon, so I think the next shade I'm going to take is Diet Root Beer, and I'm going to be applying that on an E15 brush. I think I'm going to place this just a little bit lower than where we just put Tanacon. So in the lower portion of my crease. And then I'm going to also wing it out a little bit. I'm going to go back into that brush from before. Not picking up any product, I'm just going to go back and forth to smooth everything out and make sure it is all blended in. I need another brown, but I don't have any more in this palette, so I think I'm gonna have to dip into my James Charles palette, and I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna mix these 2 shades together, which is 10% off and No Beans, to give me this darker but still warm, beautiful chocolate brown. And I cannot find my brush. Okay, so I found the brush. I'm going to be using that same brush from before, which is the E15, mixing those 2 shades together, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to put it exactly where we put the shade Diet Root Beer, and just to slowly build up the color and smoke it out. I haven't used my James Charles palette in a while, and I forgot how beautiful and easily these shades blend out. Like, holy crap. That took like 0 effort. And of course, going back in with the brush from before and blending everything out. So now, still using that E15 brush from before, I'm just going to be dipping into the shade No Beans and focus it more on the outer corner of my crease and bring it down on my lid. So we can smoke it out as much as possible. And then blending it out. So then I'm going to go back into the shade Diet Root Beer from my Conspiracy palette, applying that on an E13 brush, and I'm going to go back into the crease just to reinforce that color and make sure everything is blending out beautifully and effortlessly. And also using that to blend out the shade that we just placed. Now I'm going back into my James Charles palette using that same E15 that we used from before, just rotating between those 2 brushes so far. Taking the shade No Beans, and I'm just going to place that in the outer half of my lower lash line. So I cleaned off a little bit of the E15 brush, and I'm going to go back into the shade Diet Root Beer and just bring that in the rest of the way of my lash line. Now I'm going to go in with an E15 brush, which is very fluffy, but it's okay. I'm going to take this shade Tanacon, and I'm going to use this very carefully to blend. Oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? I'm going to use this I'm going to use this to blend out my lower lash line. That is what I'm trying to say. What is with me? I need food in my system ASAP. Like, what the heck? So now it's time to dip into the mini Orgy palette, and I am so overwhelmed. It's only 9 shades, but I'm just overwhelmed because all of them are so beautiful and I can't decide what I want to use at all. Like, I want to use as many as I possibly can, but I also don't want to like ruin this look. So I think I'm gonna use Frozen Fire in Eiffel Tower. I want to use another color, but I don't know what yet. So those are the two I know I'm gonna be using. The rest we're gonna wing it and hope for the best because I don't know. So I'm gonna be taking an E14 brush and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Frozen Fire. So this is definitely going to be a shade that I'm going to have to use with my fingers, and I really don't like doing that because it's so messy and glitter gets all over my face. It's just, I don't like doing that. So it might take me a while to keep building and building up the color, but it's because I'm applying it with a brush. If you don't have a problem with this, use a finger. But I don't want to do it because I'll forget and I'll have the shade like all over me. It'll be a hot mess. So I'm just going to be applying that on the E14 brush. Actually, you know what? Scratch the E14 brush. I have a feeling the E16 brush might work better. So let's see. I have a feeling it might work. It might not. I don't know. We're just hoping for the best because I'm whatever to just not use my fingers because I don't want to. It's applying a little bit better. I'm definitely gonna have to go in a couple of times. I cannot get over how beautiful this shade is. It is absolutely gorgeous and I cannot stop looking at it. Alright, so next I think I'm gonna take the shade Eiffel Tower, applying that on an E14 brush. Holy crap. My conspiracy palette almost fell off. That's fantastic. But anyway, moving on. I'm gonna take Eiffel Tower on that brush, tap off the excess. I'm going to put this in the outer half of my lid. That shade is so beautiful, and I'm also going to wing it out a little bit just like I did with the rest of the colors and slightly connect it to my lower lash line. Again, going back in with that brush from before, making sure it is all blended beautifully. So I'm going to take an E16 brush and grab the shade Soaking Sun. Ooh, this is going on so beautifully. I'm going to place this in the inner corners of my eyes. That is so pretty. Holy guacamoles. Next, I'm grabbing my J.Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in the shade Pink Goddess. That's what I'm using today for highlight, and I love it so much. I don't have another small brush, so I'm just going to be grabbing my E11. I'm going to be using this brush to highlight my brow bone. So the only thing left to do is apply mascara, false lashes, and of course we gotta set our face. So I'm going to do that right off camera real quick, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alright you guys, so I am back and I applied some mascara, false lashes, and I even added a lip because I Got to mention that before, but I love this lip combo so much. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in the shade Toffee Talk. Love this so much. And then in the middle I placed the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Starling. And then of course the Shane Gloss and the gloss I used in the center. And this is the final look, and I love it so freaking much. This palette, so far it's my favorite Jeffree Star palette. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is. I love it so much, from the packaging to the beautiful shades inside. Like, it's just, I can't. I love it so much. Also, if you guys are wondering, today the lashes I am wearing are the Kiss Magnetic lashes in the style, what is it, Tantalize. So it's a little bit more of a natural lash, at least compared to the Crowd Pleaser, and I love it so much. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, as well as hitting the notification bell. As always, every product used today will be linked down below in the description box. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.